If you are watching this video, let me be the first to say, congratulations! You've recently been chosen to become a citizen of the sovereign states of America. Hold on now, there are a lot of things you need to know before you can become a hardworking citizen of this great and wonderful country. As you can see by this chart, the sovereign states of America have been around for a long time, and it is clear where they stand today. And before you can become a citizen, you must understand our government, foreign policy, the economy, and our community here. So how do we go about understanding all these complicated and sophisticated ideas, and avoid confusing you in the process? It's tough, but we're sure you'll understand all the aspects of our great country. That is why we recommend using the phrase GET. Once you understand GET, you'll find out how easy it is to comprehend how the states function, and how you can become a loyal and dedicated citizen. But what does GET mean? It's actually a carefully organized code. Watch closely. Government, helping the world, economy, and tolerance in the community. In order to fully understand GET, and in turn the sovereign states of America, you'll have to look at each part of the code individually, starting with the first letter. Strong government. A strong government is the most essential and primary part to a well-functioning country. So it goes without saying that we are one of the strongest governments in the world. Our government functions as a democracy, which means that everyone gets a say in how the country is run. Here's a simple diagram to show the three main parts of our government. The judicial branch, which controls and decides upon matters of the law, and it is made up of 9 justices. The legislative branch, where all the lawmaking, arguing, and ruckus takes place. And finally, the executive branch, where the president has veto power. The sovereign states have a 6-party political system, which allows the government to function smoothly while allowing for disagreement and uncooperative politicians. Here in the sovereign states, there is not a separation of church and state, unlike in many other countries around the world. Catholicism is the religion of the states, and therefore most government offices are closed on Sundays. Educational facilities are excluded from this law, and students are not required to practice religion in our education system. Churches are considered part of the government, but they are not funded through federal revenue. The federal budget is no longer something of great concern to our average citizens. Welfare programs such as Social Security and healthcare are now grouped into one package that any citizen can apply for and will receive when applicable. The sovereign states of America makes the job easy. The federal budget pays for all sorts of programs such as education and military. We're also funding key organizations such as the EPA and the FDA. All this information is easily accessed through the SSA.gov website, and a chart of the current federal budget is being shown to you right now. Easy, see? The federal government also has a 10% debt payback policy that is worked into the federal budget every year. And all your future tax dollars working is information that can be accessed by the general public. In order to keep all this spending and saving in check, the sovereign states of America uses the Bitcoin for all legal tender, as it is one of the most secure currency systems right now, and the Bitcoin is on the gold standard and is planned to be so for the rest of all conceivable time. And while the Bitcoin may not be a federal currency, the managers of the Bitcoin work closely with the Federal Reserve to maintain security and stability. Sounds like a lot of Hoopla! Sounds like a lot of Hoopla! Sounds like a lot of Hoopla! Sounds like a lot of hoopla to make over our government, right? Wrong. You can see in order to have the sort of strongest government, all the principles previously talked about must be followed. Helping the world. The sovereign states of America has drastically reduced military spending in size over a long period of time. The leaders of the country believed that it was not the job of the states to police the world, but rather use diplomacy and economic sanctions to cooperate and work with other countries. However, the sovereign states requires that all citizens under 50 be eligible to be called into service if the need arises. However, the sovereign state's mission in the world focuses around disease, humanitarian aid, and establishing safe and democratic governments. And along with many other countries in the world, we are a very powerful and strong unit, and no one can topple the great height of the sovereign states of America. Economy. The strongest part of the sovereign states of America is the powerful and influential economy it has. It is the duty and the responsibility of every citizen, such as your future self, to participate and contribute to the economy by growing small businesses and investing in the government. The biggest part of the economy is taxation. Don't cringe too much. Paying taxes is one of the best things that an ordinary citizen such as yourself can do to help the sovereign states. Since the beginning of the modern age of the sovereign states of America, there have been tax brackets. It may seem scary, but it is essentially the way the government taxes people differently based on how much money they make. Here's a simple diagram of the current amount that citizens are taxed. For a while in history, the government had a complicated tax code, but now it's simplified. All the corporate tax loopholes have been cut, and there's now a set 15% tax on all corporate income. Once again, the sovereign states are making life easy again. The only deduction that people can file is for charitable donations and government service via the organization in question. The economy is mixed, because the market is free, but there are regulations imposed by government offices such as the FDA and the EPA, along with many others. The government looks out for all people, but still allows for many people to make money and follow the American dream. It is the job of the sovereign states to keep inflation down, but it is not the job of the government to save companies because of bad management. Another great thing that you'll experience while a citizen is that the income equality is low because of new and improved tax code. This means that everyone has the chance to become great and live a life full of pleasure and relaxation. Many people say that our government's amazing wealth equality wasn't created overnight, and that's right, because all government businesses close at 7 p.m. or earlier. Tolerance in the community. The sovereign states of America believes that everyone is equal and deserves basic rights. They include all the rights shown in the Constitution, laid out in the Bill of Rights, and changed in the amendments. If you want to know more about these documents, all this information is available on the SSA.gov website. However, there is an increased protection in the freedom of religion and speech. So essentially, you as a citizen are allowed to speak your mind to anyone, and the beliefs of a religion are upheld. Once a citizen, it is your duty to respect all and hold everyone responsible to the same standards. It is also the duty of the sovereign states of America to hold these beliefs and hold every citizen accountable for their actions. And for those who do not follow these rules or regulations, the sovereign states maintains a large police force that maintains law and order. But this police force is very accountable and responsible for their actions as well. Look here. These are perfect examples of citizens who are ready to do their part for their country and respect tolerance in the community. Poised, confident, and a smile that says, "Shut the up!" It is through these basic principles that tolerance in the community will be upheld in all the states across. Now that you understand GET, you think you're ready to become a citizen of the sovereign states of America. Wrong. There is one more thing you must learn before becoming a hardworking, tolerant, strong, and patriotic citizen of the sovereign states of America. This is the moment you have all been waiting for. Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, 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 da-da-dum, dum, da-da-da-dum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum, ba-ba-bum, bum, 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 ba-da-da-dum, bum, 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 ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-dum, bum, ba-da-da-da, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, the most important thing about becoming a citizen of the sovereign states of America is